warn you, it's pretty provocative.
Okay,
and it's racy, but as you said, everything good happens at 3 a.m.
That's right.
Make sure everybody know that he made that hashtag for us. I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna take that one.
Hold on. Are you telling me?
Yes.
Did I come up with that?
Yeah, you came up. You came up with it. I already posted it.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yes, I did. Yeah. Yeah, because.
First of all, taking advice from Andy Cohen was your first mistake, Diddy. But how dare you create a fragrance based off of your freak-offs that you had with Cassie?
Is on top of his girlfriend. Her legs are wrapped around him. I can say what's happening here. And she is choking him in this shot. You're getting choked out mid.
Yeah. Hey, yo, have you ever been choked mid? Tell the truth. Have you ever?
No, I haven't. I think I would get freaked out. Okay. Yeah.
I got to talk to your boyfriend about that.
That's is that autoerotic?
No, it's just getting choked.
Oh, it's just getting choked out? Okay, this is good. See, now you're making...
This commercial for the 3 a.m. fragrance was basically a freak-off video being leaked to the public with a big production. That's what this literally looked like. It shows Cassie naked, and then they're in the bed doing what grown-ups do, and he's like choking her, and he's choking it. It's crazy, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and post a link so you guys can go ahead and watch it. But when you see this commercial, the signs were there right in front of our faces the whole time. I'm not too much of a spiritual person, but when you see the commercial, Cassie's eyes look very dark. She almost looks soulless. Like there's nothing going on. There's nothing there. She's just going through the motion. This explains when Cassie had mentioned that Diddy would drug her. I believe that she could have been under the influence during this commercial because it just seems like she's going through the motion and not even all there. Shout out to content creator Judge Evie because she mentioned a name the other day and I had no clue who this was. There's a woman by the name of Holly Hood. She unfortunately passed away a few years ago, but she had been exposed in the industry for a long time. She was the original Jaguar Wright. So we're going to go ahead and check out her video and what she was saying. Mind you, this was before we knew about all the freak-offs and everything that has happened to Diddy most recently.
This new line of cologne out and it's called 3 a.m. and it has a very commercial video. As a matter of fact, the sex scene got it banned in a few places. It's supposedly a look into the life of Diddy and what happens in his world at 3 a.m. Now, I've had my eye on Cassie ever since she did the all-seeing eye in the Nicki Minaj video for the called The Boys. And they did, they both did that, and there was an all-seeing eye over her head, and all flashing money, and all of this, just blatant symbolism. And soon after that, the industry even told us that she was Illuminati. In Idol magazine, they have hand-painted across her arm Illuminati issue to just put her on blast. Now, Diddy, in talking about this particular so-called work of art, he did an interview with Style magazine, and this is what he had to say. He said, I think if people hear about the video, they're going to hear that it's raunchy and provocative. And that's beautiful. That whole interaction has nothing to do with sex as much as it has to do with love. My concept is that love is the new sexy. The concept for the video represents one of the things that 3 a.m. is for me. It's a very one-on-one time. It's a time to have fun and push the envelope a little bit. And it's definitely an hour where you would find yourself with a young lady. Anything can happen at 3 a.m. And in the video, you see a fantasy that's in my head of what happened that night. Okay, considering that Cassie lives with him, I'm sure the fantasy is not too far from the reality. So what is he talking about? Well, let's look at the tone of this so-called loving relationship. Now, in this snapshot from the video, Cassie has a look of an MK Ultra slave. She looks like she's under some type of mind control. And this is a standard practice within the Illuminati.
While I was editing this video, I probably should have warned you guys and told you that she's going to make some references to the Illuminati and stuff like that. But again, she talked about how Cassie seemed like she was under some kind of trance. Well, now we know that she was drugged, and Diddy would keep her drugged a lot, and especially during those freak-offs, she would be drugged. So now we know why Cassie never looked all there. She looked very, like, absent-minded, if you guys would say.
She doesn't look happy. In fact, she looks miserable. And Diddy looks like the damn devil. Now, in case you still didn't get it, look at what he's doing. He's choking her. Now, this is the second time that I've actually seen men do a chokehold, men in the industry, in hip-hop, do a chokehold. If you recall, in my video, Straight Out of Compton, Truth versus Lies, I show a clip of Suge dancing with a girl where he's choking her. I think that this whole concept of the chokehold is a continuation on the trend in popular culture to convince us that, you know, vampires, demons, werewolves, and monsters in general are all the new sexy. Don't forget, you know, they've got all the vampire series and movies and stuff where they attack the woman. And if you look at this picture closely, it looks like Diddy's getting ready to bite her. So he's choking her and he's getting ready to bite her. I don't know about you, but I don't find that very sexy. I get it. There's a bit of sexual energy involved with the dominance thing. For some people, that is a rise. It gives them a rise. But the message that is conveyed in the clip, I don't think that's a positive message. I doubt if there are going to be men who look at this and think, oh yeah, the next time I have sex with a woman, I'm going to choke her. It's violence.
Again, this was in 2015, so this was before we knew what was really going down with Cassie and Diddy. It's so weird how Holly was able to pick up on there's something violent. It's very volatile. Like, we know that the relationship is toxic. You know, it's confirmed when Cassie filed that lawsuit. But even then, Hollywood knew something was wrong with this relationship. And this violence, it wasn't sexy at all. It was very demonic. Diddy was very violent and brutal to Cassie. I mean, we seen it in that leaked video from the hotel. However, we only have seen partial of what really went down between them. I'm pretty sure when this trial finally starts with Diddy, we're going to see a lot more. And it's going to be very disturbing. But again, with Rebecca, aka Hollywood, it's so weird how she was able to see these signs and see these things years ago, and now we're talking about it today.
Diddy chasing Cassie around the house, and there's also a lot of freaky artwork. But there was one in particular that caught my eye, and I'm going to show that to you. It's not Baphomet, as you would think, but there is a, well, let me just back it up a little bit. In the chasing of Cassie, it's almost like Diddy is portraying himself as a hunter and Cassie is the prey. So there's like a subliminal type of reference to the idea that men are nothing more than animals. And the video is filled with animalistic sex, from the choking to the biting and on and on and on. Now, this concept, it's not the first time it's been used. It was actually used.
Now that Hollywood actually mentioned about Diddy chasing Cassie throughout this whole commercial, this was art imitating life. This is so disturbing. Again, I will post a link for Rebecca Scott, aka Hollywood's video, rest in peace. I will go ahead and link that down below. But I want to go back to Andy and Diddy, because Andy straight up asked Diddy, was Cassie okay with, like, you know, the nudity and stuff like that? And so let's go ahead and get into Diddy's response.
Let me ask you this. Did Cassie object at all to any of the nudity, or she was totally cool with it?
Cassie, she's from Europe.
Yeah, so she's open.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's just like when you've been a model and you're not really, you know, you're doing it for the art. It was done for the art. It really wasn't done for the commerce. It was done more for the art side of it, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a narcissist. Not only a narcissist, but a complete effing liar. Cassie is from New London, Connecticut. She is not from Europe. She was a model. Just because you might go overseas and do some modeling gigs don't make you from Europe. This man is a complete liar. He forced that woman to do that commercial. She looked drugged out. She looked absent-minded. She looked like she wasn't even all there. Literally, like I said, it was art imitating life. Cassie was literally running away for her life, and Diddy would chase her. As you seen in that hotel video, like I said, in 2016, she was trying to run away from Diddy. But of course, his defense team tried to spin it and make it seem that, oh, she had stole some for him. And so she was, all of it was lies. Literally, Cassie went through hell with this man. Like I said in the beginning, for this man to literally have a fragrance called 3 a.m., and he did a whole commercial where he's living out this fantasy. And in the longer version of that interview with Andy, he does talk about he was trying to live out some kind of fantasy or something like that. Letting us know, yeah, that's what these freak-offs were all about. Some kind of sick fantasy world that he was living in. He wanted to fulfill his desire. But speaking to that, this was one of the signs that we should have paid attention to in the beginning that would have let us know, like, hey, something is up with this relationship. It's not right. Like I said, hopefully you guys watched that commercial and seeing the way he had, what he had her doing. Very uncomfortable. Now knowing everything today and then going back to the past and looking at every intricate part of their relationship, man, all I got to say is pray for Cassie because I know she's still going through it. Thank you guys for watching. Please go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. I appreciate everybody for watching this video, and man, just look after one another. That's the only thing I can tell y'all. Deuces, everybody.